Comes down on top of that traffic. They just don't want that. Back to you.
All right, Andrew, live for us this evening with that mudslide. Well, it is day 2 in the search for a woman believed to have been swept away in the Weber River. News specialist Shara Park joins us live from the command post where rescue efforts are being coordinated right now. So, Shara, what is the very latest?
Yeah, Ashley, unfortunately, no sign of this missing woman right now. I am at that command post. You can see behind me here a lot of these different crews. We're on the border of Uinta and South Weber. A lot of these guys recouping their energy right now after a long day here on the water, which I want to show you this. This water is running fast, it's running intense, and these crews have been going all day trying to find any sign of this woman. Now, I spoke briefly with this missing woman's family today, and there was one message they wish to convey, and it was that she is not a negligent person. They say that she was out with her dogs yesterday when she went missing, and they believe she somehow ended up in the water. The Weber County Sheriff's Office confirms to me that the dogs were found unharmed, however, they were wet. Now, the search for this missing woman has been underway since about 5:42 last night. That's when those first 911 calls came in of this woman in the water calling for help. Rescuers tell me they're focused on about a mile stretch of the river right now, running along Cottonwood Drive. They say with the intensity of the runoff, this has been a very, very difficult search.
It's cold water, first of all, and cold water is hard to deal with. You get very tired very quickly. The banks are undercut, so they're vulnerable. The water's running through the trees. It's called strainers. It's very difficult.
So rescuers have had rafts in the water today checking the banks of the river. They've also had divers in the water checking areas considered high probability for becoming trapped. You heard him talk about those strainer areas, those trees, the debris. We've got about 55 rescuers who are here on scene today. Many of them are volunteers. Now, the search will continue into the evening. These rescuers say they will go as long as they possibly can, as long as it's safe for them to do so. So remember, these guys, these men and women, they are experts at rescue efforts in the water, in water that is this intense. And so we will continue to check in on their efforts and bring you an update coming up at 6 o'clock. For Live at 5 in South Weber, I'm Shara Park.
Yeah, hoping for a miracle in that search. Shara, thank you.
Miltoff migrants in the weeks ahead.
And the end of an era for Vivint Arena today. The work being done on the outside of the building as the Delta Center prepares for takeoff. Income and others for people making 51 to 80%. Well, taking a live look right across the street from KSL Broadcast House tonight, preparations now underway as the return of the Delta Center is among us.
Looks naked, doesn't it?
It does.
You can see the sign that previously read Vivint Arena, now completely gone.
Kind of sad, but you know, at crews we saw today taking down the Vivint Arena sign this morning. The arenas have many different names, or it has many different names over the years, but to a large number of jazz fans, it has always been the Delta Center. The name change will officially go into effect on July 1st.
Remember Energy Solutions Arena?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to continue search until they say that there's nothing else we can do.
The desperate search for a woman swept away in the Weber River, where crews are focused and what they're saying about the dangerous conditions.
We're going to have to deal
Up the canyons.
As waters rise, we have team coverage on the immediate problems the runoff is causing and the areas of concern over the next few hours. We're going to begin our team coverage tonight at the Weber River, where right now dozens of volunteers are combing alongside the river. They're looking for a missing woman believed to have been swept away by the intense water.
News specialist Shara Park joins us live from the command post where teams are coordinating those rescue efforts. Shara, what's the latest?
Yeah, Deanie and Mike, that rescue effort coordination is happening right here. This is the command post. You can see multiple command vehicles, different trucks. That's where the rescuers are all getting pretty much their marching orders right now of how they're operating with this rescue. But I want to bring your attention over to the river. Look at how fast and how intense this is running. This woman is missing, and each time a rescuer passes, I ask any sign of her, and I get a disappointed shake of the head and a disappointed no. This has been a very difficult rescue for several reasons, but these crews tell me they are not giving up hope.
It's now been over 24 hours since the first 911 calls were made of a woman in distress in the Weber River.
Multiple people called in, stated that they saw somebody in the water that was yelling.
The missing woman's family says she was out with her dogs yesterday when she disappeared. They believe she somehow went in.
It's at flood stage.
Today, rescue crews focused on searching a roughly 1 mile stretch of the river along Cottonwood Road using rafts and divers.
The river is running really high, super dangerous for our team and for really anyone nearby.
Eli Whitman is a technical ropes expert helping with the search. He says rescuers are battling more than just swift water.
It's cold water, first of all, and cold water is hard to deal with. You get very tired very quickly.
Though exhausting, the search will continue into the night. Rescuers say they remain hopeful they'll find this missing woman soon.
We're going to continue search until they say that there's nothing else we can do.
Now, I did speak briefly with this missing woman's family, and they wish to not reveal any details about her at this time, but they did ask me to convey that she is not a negligent person, and she was aware of how dangerous the water is right now, and so they too are trying to understand how exactly this happened. I did confirm with the sheriff's office that this woman's dogs were found wet but unharmed. Mike and Deanie.
Well, it just underscores the vigilance we all need to use around those waters. Sheriff, thanks.
To Cache County tonight as